I want to tell you a story I will never forget. There was a 72-year-old man named Henry, a man everyone admired for his healthy lifestyle. He did not smoke, did not drink, ate vegetables every day, drank fresh juice, and proudly claimed that his health was as strong as a young man's. But one morning when he woke up, he noticed that one side of his mouth had drooped, his speech was slurred, and his right hand was trembling and weak. He could not understand what was happening. He never ate fried food or touched sugar, so why did he have signs of a stroke? The answer shocked him and many others. The very vegetables believed to be the healthiest for the heart could quietly cause harm after the age of 60. Sounds unbelievable, right? But the truth is, after 60, the human body does not process food the same way it used to. After 60, everything inside begins to change. The kidneys filter more slowly, blood vessels lose flexibility, and the endocrine system no longer balances water, salt, and sugar as efficiently. These changes mean that certain foods, even healthy ones, can become too much for an aging body. What once made you strong in your 40s can now cause blood pressure swings, thicker blood while you sleep, or unexpected interactions with the medications you take every day. I know this can be confusing. We grew up believing that eating vegetables is always good for health. And that is still true, but not always in the same way. I am not telling you to stop eating vegetables. I want you to understand that the key is not only what you eat, but how and when you eat it. Think of your body as a car that has traveled hundreds of thousands of miles. It still runs, but now it needs more refined fuel and perfect timing. If you use the wrong kind of gas, the car will not break down immediately, but little by little, day by day, it will wear out until one day it stops without warning. The body works the same way. You may feel perfectly fine today, but small food choices, especially in the evening, can silently thicken your blood, slow your circulation, and one night, a tiny clot traveling in the wrong direction could change everything in just a few seconds. I have seen this happen more times than I want to admit. Disciplined, health-conscious people, but simply because they ate vegetables the wrong way, they faced unnecessary complications. One woman took calcium supplements and spinach together at night. Another had a romaine salad late in the evening without enough water. Someone else mixed garlic with blood-thinning medication, thinking it was a double boost, but it made the blood too thin, leading to a brain hemorrhage. These mistakes do not come from carelessness. They come from trust that everything natural must be harmless. But after 60, the human body is no longer natural in the same way. It requires understanding. It requires subtlety. And that is exactly why I made this video. Not to scare you about food, but to give you back control over your own body. Because knowledge is not a limitation, it is freedom. When you truly understand what is happening inside, you can make smart choices instead of relying on old habits or blind beliefs. I do not want you to give up the foods you love. I just want you to eat them in a way your body will thank you for not fight against. A salad can be a healing medicine, or it can be the drop that overflows the cup for a tired circulatory system. Everything depends on timing, combination, and balance. So if you have always believed that vegetables can only help, today I invite you to look at that belief with fresh eyes. Because there are 9 common vegetables from spinach, broccoli, carrots, onions to tomatoes that most people over 60 eat every day, but often eat the wrong way without realizing it. They are not toxic, but when eaten at night, combined with certain medications or consumed in excess, they can quietly increase your risk of stroke, dizziness, or blood pressure imbalance. The good news is you do not have to cut out any of them. I will show you how to keep enjoying them safely, savoring the same familiar flavors, but with new understanding and control. By simply changing the time you eat or adjusting a small detail in how you prepare them, you can turn these silent enemies into loyal allies that protect your heart and brain every single day. Turning 60 is not the end of health. It is just a reminder that your body now deserves to be treated differently with respect, gentleness, and wisdom. And when you do that, you will be amazed to see yourself not only living longer, but living better, sharper, stronger, and full of energy, as if your 40s had never left. So before you prepare tonight's dinner, pause for a moment. Join me as we explore the 9 vegetables that almost everyone eats every day, but may be eating the wrong way. And by the end of this video, I believe you will never look at your favorite greens the same way again. Because sometimes the secret to longevity is not eating less, but eating right. 9 vegetables that seem healthy, but must be eaten correctly. After 61, spinach. If any vegetable has been praised as a superfood, it is spinach. For decades, it has been the symbol of good health, rich in iron, magnesium, vitamin C, and antioxidants. Everyone thinks that eating lots of spinach helps circulation, strengthens the heart, and brings a healthy glow to the skin. But here is the truth: very few people know after 60 spinach can make you feel fatigued, dizzy, and even raise the risk of a mild stroke if eaten the wrong way. The reason lies in oxalate, a natural compound found in spinach. In younger people, the kidneys work efficiently, so oxalate is easily filtered out. But as we age, that process slows down. If you are also taking calcium or vitamin D supplements, calcium oxalate crystals can form in small blood vessels. Imagine tiny sand-like crystals building up inside a water pipe, slowly narrowing the flow. As the passage tightens, blood flow to the brain weakens, and one small clot could trigger a serious event. I once met a patient named Martha, 68 years old, who drank a green smoothie every morning made of spinach, almond milk, and calcium tablets. She believed it was the perfect breakfast. But after several months, she began experiencing dull headaches, fluctuating blood pressure, and occasional blurry vision. Her test results showed elevated oxalate levels and declining kidney function. The fix is simple. Eat spinach in the morning or at lunch, not in the evening, when your body moves less and becomes more dehydrated. Avoid pairing it with calcium supplements or calcium-rich foods in the same meal. If you love green smoothies, rotate ingredients, mix in kale, cucumber, or celery. Spinach is not bad, it just needs to be respected, like medicine taken at the right time and the right way. 2. Corn is a nostalgic food for many Americans, sweet, soft, comforting. But nutritionally, corn is not a vegetable. It is a starch. It raises blood sugar almost like white bread. For people over 60, the pancreas works more slowly, releasing insulin less efficiently. This makes blood sugar swing up and down like a roller coaster. Each time that happens, the body releases cortisol to stabilize it. But cortisol constricts blood vessels, speeds up the heart, and thickens the blood. You do not have to quit corn, just eat it at the right time. Avoid corn at night or before bed. Enjoy it at lunch with some protein or healthy fat, such as eggs, beans, or avocado. Corn can still be a food of joy as long as you do not let it play tricks on your blood sugar while your body is resting. 3. Romaine lettuce. Many older adults believe that eating salad for dinner is ideal, light, easy to digest, and good for weight control. But romaine lettuce can actually cause subtle dehydration while you sleep. This leafy green has a mild diuretic effect, which makes the kidneys excrete more water. For younger people, that is harmless. But after 60, when the body naturally loses water more easily, this can make the blood thicker, slow circulation, and raise the risk of small clots. I once advised an elderly couple in Florida, both over 70, to change their dinner habit. They used to eat romaine salad every evening. I suggested moving it to lunchtime instead. Within 2 weeks, their morning headaches and light dizziness disappeared completely. It turned out that just shifting the time of day made a remarkable difference in their circulation. So eat your salad during the middle of the day when your body is well hydrated. If you still want it at night, drink a glass of water afterward. Do not assume lettuce is harmless. It is still healthy, but only when you understand how your body reacts to it at this age. 4. Raw carrots. Carrots are known as the symbol of healthy eyes, but few people realize that eating raw carrots, especially at night, can cause your blood sugar to spike quickly and then drop suddenly while you sleep. This happens because carrots have a relatively high natural sugar index, and for older adults, the body's insulin response is much slower. When blood sugar drops too fast, your body releases cortisol and adrenaline to rescue you. That constricts your blood vessels, raises blood pressure, and sometimes that is exactly how a mild nighttime stroke begins. I once met Mrs. Eleanor, 74 years old, who always ate raw carrots at night because she believed it was a safe way to lose weight. But after several months, she often woke up in the middle of the night with a racing heart and cold sweats. After we changed her dinner habits, replacing raw carrots with a few slices of avocado and a bit of yogurt, those symptoms disappeared. Carrots are still wonderful, as long as you eat them during the day or combine them with protein or healthy fats such as almonds, boiled eggs, or hummus. That slows the absorption of sugar, stabilizes your energy, and helps your blood flow naturally. 5. Garlic. Garlic is a remarkable natural medicine. It helps lower blood pressure, reduce inflammation, and cut down cholesterol. But for older adults taking blood-thinning medication, garlic can become a dangerous double dose. The allicin compounds in garlic thin the blood, and when combined with medications such as warfarin or aspirin, the blood can become too thin, making you more likely to experience bleeding, dizziness, or unexplained bruising. I remember a man named Roger, 69 years old, who took a concentrated garlic capsule every morning because he had heard it was good for the heart. But within a few weeks, he began having frequent nosebleeds and occasional headaches. When he stopped the supplement, everything went back to normal. The problem was not the garlic, it was the dosage. Use garlic as a seasoning, not as a pill. Cooked garlic loses much of its blood-thinning effect, but still keeps its heart-protecting benefits. If you are taking medication, avoid swallowing garlic capsules or eating large amounts of raw garlic. In medicine, dosage is always the thin line between healing and harm. 6. Onion. Few people know that onions contain quercetin, a compound that naturally dilates blood vessels and lowers blood pressure. That is great news for younger people, but for older adults who already take blood pressure medication, eating too many onions, especially at night, can make blood pressure drop too low during sleep. Combine that with nighttime dehydration, and your brain might not get enough oxygen, leading to dizziness, imbalance, or even brief fainting spells. Onions are still valuable for their anti-inflammatory benefits. Just make sure you eat them cooked and during the day. When cooked, quercetin's strong dilating effect softens, allowing you to enjoy the flavor without drastic blood pressure changes. And remember, nothing is absolutely good. Even something as simple as an onion needs wise moderation. 7. Broccoli. Broccoli is considered the hero of heart health. It is packed with vitamin K, vitamin C, fiber, and anti-inflammatory compounds. But for people over 60 who take blood-thinning medication, broccoli can quietly create trouble. Vitamin K helps blood clot, good news if you are young and healthy, but dangerous if you are on medication, such as warfarin, Plavix, or aspirin. The scary part is that you might not feel anything. Eat a lot of broccoli one week, then very little the next, and your body immediately reacts. Your blood may become thicker or thinner without you even realizing it. When the blood becomes too thick, the risk of clots increases. When it becomes too thin, blood vessels can rupture, causing tiny brain bleeds that show up only as dizziness or loss of balance. The solution is not to stop eating broccoli, it is to keep it consistent. If you love broccoli, eat roughly the same amount every week. Do not skip 3 bowls today, then none for 10 days. An older body needs rhythm. And always tell your doctor about your vegetable intake so they can adjust your medication properly. Broccoli remains a golden food as long as you eat it with understanding. 8. Asparagus. Asparagus is often seen as an elegant vegetable on the dinner table, but few know that it is a natural diuretic. That means it helps your body flush out water faster. For younger people, this can help reduce swelling, but after 60, when your body already loses water more easily, eating asparagus at night can make your blood thicker while you sleep, a perfect environment for small clots to form. If you love asparagus, eat it at lunch or in the early afternoon when you are still drinking plenty of water throughout the day. And always drink an extra glass of plain water after your meal. I once told a patient, asparagus does not harm you, but if you eat it at the wrong time, it will dry your body like a desert. He laughed and said, I understand now. I'll let asparagus meet the sunlight, not the darkness. 9. Tomatoes are the symbol of health and beauty, rich in lycopene, full of antioxidants, and great for the heart. But tomatoes belong to the nightshade family and contain histamine and tyramine, 2 compounds that can cause blood vessels to expand or constrict unpredictably. That can lead to headaches, dizziness, or facial numbness symptoms that often resemble a mild stroke. Tomatoes are also slightly acidic, which can lower magnesium and calcium levels, 2 minerals vital for heart and nerve function. Many older adults eat tomato soup or tomato salad at night, thinking it is light and easy. But that is exactly when blood acidity rises, electrolytes drop, and the nervous system becomes unstable. Eat tomatoes during the day, especially cooked tomatoes. When heated, solanine decreases while lycopene, the heart-protecting compound, increases. Combine them with magnesium-rich greens or pumpkin seeds for a balanced, heart-safe meal. These vegetables are not your enemies. They are still gifts from nature, but our bodies have changed and we must learn how to receive those gifts differently. After 60, eating right matters more than eating a lot. When you truly understand your body, what to eat, when to eat, and under what conditions, you not only avoid risk but also unlock the full nutritional power to live strong, clear-minded, and full of energy. Food, when understood correctly, does not just feed you, it can heal you. And sometimes the difference between a peaceful night and a frightening morning lies in nothing more than the vegetables you ate the night before. I have met countless people over 60 who come to me with fear. Fear of eating wrong, drinking wrong, or having a simple meal destroy their health. They start cutting everything out, meat, fish, even vegetables, just because someone said that food causes strokes or that food harms the heart. But in the end, they are left only with worry, losing the joy of eating and the connection with their own bodies. After many years working in healthcare, I have learned one truth. People often fear food instead of understanding it. We forget that food itself is not bad. It is our bodies that have changed. When you are young, your body can tolerate irregular habits. But after 60, what you need is not less food, but smarter food. The secret of longevity is not found in one superfood. It lies in awareness, knowing what your body is saying, knowing when to eat, and knowing when to stop. Vegetables, meat, or any food can become either medicine or poison depending on timing and balance. You do not have to stop eating tomatoes, garlic, or onions. You only need to respect them. Understand that your body after 60 is different. Every meal deserves to be treated with care, and when you do that, those foods will once again become loyal companions, helping you stay strong, sharp, and full of vitality. Remember, our goal is not to eat less, it is to live more. Live with clarity, with the calm confidence that what you eat today is nourishing your heart, your brain, and your future. Each meal can become an act of love for your body, for your life, and for the beautiful aging journey you are walking through. When you truly understand your body, you will no longer fear aging, because then you will realize that aging is not a decline. It is the art of living more wisely, living slower, living deeper, living intentionally. If this message helps you understand your body better, share this video with your loved ones or friends who are entering life after 60, because sometimes just a little awareness can save a life or prevent a stroke that never should have happened. And do not forget, subscribe to this channel for more tips to help you stay strong, sharp, and confident in your golden years. Because the journey of aging is not about loss. It is about how we continue to grow, stay healthy, and find happiness in a completely new way. Let every meal become part of that journey. Keep your mind calm, your body steady, and remember, you are the one who decides what your old age will look like.